That song has left me with such a strong emotional impact. The vocals were delivered superbly. It was excellent. It was so powerful, and his voice was it just blew me away.
大家好，我是英国杰克，这是我亲爱的妈妈。
大家好，我是英国老妈。
今天我们要翻译自己按门铃自己听 which is a Zhou Shen song.
Zhou Shen.
Which means ring the bell and listen.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
But actually, I perhaps said it in quite a happy voice, but it's quite a dark, depressing and emotional song. So yeah, really thought-provoking one for us to listen to today.
Good. Let's get started.
So this song is written by 搞笑 Song and Yin Yue. 搞笑 Song we've actually talked about before, and I know a famous Chinese composer called 搞笑 Song said that what this song demonstrated is that Zhou Shen is actually capable of not necessarily singing solely about love songs, but also about the more complex songs and issues like universe and questions of humanity. He's a composer who praised Zhou Shen in a previous video. Do you remember he said, oh, listening to this performance I can tell Zhou Shen is capable of singing more complex, deeply emotional, thought-provoking songs.
Yes, which he is.
Yeah. And the other composer, Yin Yue, is quite interesting to me because the word for music in Chinese is yin yue. And so they sound a little bit similar, different characters and different tones, but the same words in that sense. So that's funny that it's music and she's also a composer. So as always, I've done a little bit of research before, just so I can share with you and we can better understand the background of the song and some of the meaning of the lyrics and the impact on the Chinese audience.
Thank you.
So this song today is a really complex song and it's quite deeply emotional. 搞笑 Song, when I spoke to my Chinese friends, has got a reputation for writing songs that are complex and are difficult to understand. The meaning isn't exactly obvious, and I think you might pick that up during this song. Now fortunately, I've managed to find us a version that has some English translation on it, so you'll be able to see the lyrics in English.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I also, on the program 歌手, which we reacted to before, saw an interview with Zhou Shen where he said in the interview he'd actually recorded this song himself, a version of it, about 5 years ago.
这首歌是我4-5年之前本来要准备收录在深的深专辑里面的歌
but didn't feel that it was very good.
有点不好意思好啦
And now 5 years later, the composer 搞笑 Song had said to him, oh, I think, you're ready to sing it now because it's an emotional song and it's mature and it talks about some of the depressing things in life. He felt that Zhou Shen had, in these 5 years, he'd experienced more of life, and that's why now, in this version, he was able to capture the essence of the song much better than when he recorded it on his phone 5 years ago.
As a younger person.
So that was great for him to also get the praise from one of the composers of the songs.
这首歌最后出来样子，我觉得让我特别欣慰，而且很新颖。
谢谢高老师
So just to get the thoughts of some of our Chinese audience on how the song impacted them and what they thought to it, I asked one of them, who was called Dunny Tyler, and he said this about the song. He thinks the meaning of the song is about when you care about somebody but they pass away and you have to face the understanding that you're on your own now and you have to look after and support yourself. They're not there anymore to support you. And another one called Echo said to me, she thinks it sounds like somebody who was in love and was sending letters to their lover but didn't receive a response, and so in that way was lonely. So as you can see, it's quite a complex song and people get different meanings from it. So we can look at the English subs and talk about what we think the song is about.
So a complex song that might be open to personal interpretation.
Definitely. The lyrics, like I say, are somewhat confusing. You can draw what meaning you choose to from it. It doesn't tell you a fixed story. Oh, and finally, 搞笑 Song said to Zhou Shen that this song, he used the 成语, 破茧成蝶, which means like a butterfly coming out of a cocoon. The experience that Zhou Shen had had of those 5 years passing, now he's able to come out of the cocoon like a butterfly, spread his wings and fly.
Wow.
So I thought that was quite a cool 成语.
A great compliment.
All right. Ring the doorbell to listen to it myself. Zhou Shen, here we go.
冬天来得很迟，你有我的地址，信箱里有钥匙，没人知。你是我的眼泪，琴弦上的玫瑰，天亮时的排队，好词汇，我会自己按门铃，自己听，自己冒沙拉，自己凋零，自己的眼睛，自己的病，自己的证明。我们自己按门铃，自己听，自己冒沙拉，自己凋零，自己的眼睛，自己的病，自己的证明。嘘，自己平静。
So the lyric says, 自己的眼睛，自己的病. Our eyes, our illness, and yeah,
Grim.
grim.
He's carrying that feeling now across really well.
Yeah, it's really carrying the emotion of the song.
一次以后我要整理你的手稿，把它们都卖掉，换床垫。我是你的孩子，我懂你写的诗，我是你的橡皮，你的纸。你要自己按门铃，自己听，自己冒沙拉，自己凋零，自己的眼睛，自己的病，自己的证明。我们自己按门铃，自己听，自己冒沙拉，自己凋零，自己的眼睛，自己的病，自己的证明。自己拼接。谁在门外醒来？
No one's smiling, really.
谁在门外离开？好了，就写到这儿。想你现在在哪儿？你一定不安宁。我证明。
He always has great jackets. Doesn't he? He always has great jackets. That's like his thing. He always has a cool jacket on.
I like that one.
Yeah.
谁在门外离开？
Right then, Mum. What were your first thoughts on 自己按门铃自己听?
That song has left me with such a strong emotional impact. I think we probably both felt it. The vocals were delivered superbly. But the lyrics, I think that sense of loss,
dread,
abandonment, being alone, really came across in a really powerful way. Yeah, really strong song.
I found it quite upsetting actually, in the sense of I don't feel happy now. It's taken my mood down a little bit, and that shows how powerful it was, because it's been able to influence me. But it's not a song that I would choose to listen to again, because it's made me feel a bit depressed, really.
I think I took a sense of strength from the song. There was that power in his vocals at the end, of owning your own power, and that we are ultimately all alone, and that sort of empowerment of the self.
I found that quite scary. But you can see now, when we talked previously about when I spoke to my friends, they've got different interpretations of what the story means. It's clear to see that now. The story was somewhat vague. I mean, he talked about being a child, he talked about writing letters, he talked about being at a party, he talked about lots of different things. So
being inside and outside the door.
Inside and outside the door, so.
And I wonder, in terms of how you interpret it yourself, depends on your own experience of loss.
Yes, sure. I think that's why maybe as well the Gao Xiao song said you need to be more emotionally mature to understand the depth of the song, and that's probably why he said that. Speaking positively though, we did both really like his jacket. So his jacket is the clothes that he wears over his t-shirt, and he always has a really cool jacket no matter which song we react to of Zhou Shen's. So I think whoever's making those jackets for him, they get a thumbs up.
Yeah, particularly the denim with the glitter and then the pearl beads underneath the sleeve. Yeah.
I did want to mention to you, I'd read on Weibo, which is a Chinese internet website, some of the reaction to this song, and a Korean writer had written about the Chinese government should make Zhou Shen a national treasure, having listened to this song. So I thought that was quite a cute comment.
Yeah.
So as we've already said, Zhou Shen's jackets are always brilliant. But what's one thing that's even better than Zhou Shen's jackets?
Like and subscribe the video.
Yeah, if you can 给我们点赞和关注我们的频道和转发。So Mum, final verdict on Zhou Shen 自己按门铃自己听。
Well, my verdict on Zhou Shen's performance, it was excellent. It was so powerful. It was a really mature performance, and his voice was it just blew me away.
好的，一键三连，拜拜。
Bye bye.